Hello, welcome to Shirley's Stampin' Heart. I'm Shirley Aston and I'm from Kirkfield, Ontario. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator and I'm happy that you could join me tonight. I have two different cards that I'd like to show you tonight. One is from the two-tone Flora, and the other one is from Petal Park. And I have the cards. I've done most of the cutting and everything, so it's just a matter of me walking you through what I did do. So I will get to it. I will turn my camera over and we will get started. Pardon me. Just 1 second. Just trying to set the computer up so that you can see everything that I'm doing. And I'm able to work in on my space here. And I will bring you, hello Sharon, I will bring you a little bit closer if I can. I will try. See if that works. If that's too close or not. Ooh, a little bit too close. Let's see what this does. If it backs it off a bit. I'm sorry about this. Let's see, hopefully that will do it there. I'm going to start with the two-tone Flora card. I had made cards last week with this, and so I have one more that I didn't get to the other night, and I have it all cut out, so, and ready to go. So I have this is just our standard card, which is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And this is Balmy Blue. And I have a piece of the two-tone Flora paper. And it was I had used this piece on a card last week. And so what I did was take the, you can't see, I took the die from that. Let's see if I can show you. There's a big die, which is a full page. It covers that whole piece. I'm just gonna see that whole piece. So that's what I used to cut this out. And if I had been smart, I would have used adhesive backing, but I wasn't thinking. So I'm gonna have to be very careful when I glue it down. Yeah, it's a very pretty piece. And it makes all the different papers look so different. So what I'm going to do is I took this and I cut it, and it is it's 4 1/8 by 5 9/16. Sorry about that. Or 7/16, sorry. And then I cut a piece of gold. And it's exactly the same size as this. So I'm just going to glue this down. And I'll use my fine tip here. And I guess I should have my silicone mat out so I don't make a mess. And I'm just going to go around the edges. Wait for my computer to catch up to me here. So just go around the edges with this. If my glue sticks, every night I come on, my glue is sticky. Or plugged. So I'm going to just put a nice fine line of glue along the edge. I like to do this especially using the gold, the foil paper. Oops. Wow. You think I could keep that straight? Or still? Wants to move on me. I gotta need to rest my hand on something. And then I'll just, oops, get the glue. I'll just put the glue on spots that are a little bit wider where I can add a little bit. Sorry, I'm very quiet here. Engrossed in getting it in my glue where it's supposed to go and not all over everything else. And I just want to know that it's going to stick down. After all this, it should. Has anybody else used this, this particular die? Boy, you don't realize how much time it takes to put a little bit of glue down. Almost done. Almost. Put a bit more here because it's a bigger space here. And hope it anchors the rest of the card. And my finger is stuck to the paper. I probably could do that, Sharon. Okay, let's see if we have enough glue here to put this down on the gold. I'll just move my mat out of the way. Make sure I get it on there straight. There we go. Yeah, this would be nice colored. I guess I didn't get any glue in that one little spot there. Because it's not holding. So then I would just press it lightly to make sure that it's stuck. And I might just put my big block on it. And in the meantime, I will take my insert, and which is 4 by 5 1/4, and I'll add it to the inside. Whoops. And get it centered. Just leave that there for a second. And I punched out a piece of the gold with the double oval punch. I don't know if anybody has that one or not. The double oval punch. My camera's behind again. Yeah. Needs to be cleaned by the look of it. Anyways, I punched gold out of and a piece of the blue. So I'm going to I'm going to flip this piece over. I'm going to take this and in, I think, fresh freesia, I am going to stamp just a thank you. And whoops, need my little mat here, I think. As I go for my mat, everything will fall. So I'm going to just put this here, and hopefully I have this centered, and I get a good, no, have a halo. Have a halo. And I thought I brought I took my sponge out to wet it, and I guess it didn't bring it back. So I'll have to use a wet wipe to clean the stamp off. And then I'll just dry it a bit. That's why every piece of paper has two sides. So if you mess up, I guess I don't need to push quite so hard. Sometimes there's a lot of red extra rubber around, and I have many times trimmed that away. So I'm going to take a dimensional. I'm going to glue this first to the gold. Get that in the center, and then I will put that up on dimensionals, and I close this. And are you seeing everything that I'm doing? I'm actually standing up because I don't know if my camera is showing everything. I think I might end up going back to my other camera, my other stand. So I can put that away. And put that over here. I'm going to move that. And I'm going to just glue this, which is a little bit bigger than but I don't intend to trim it. And we'll add this to the front of our card. And I made it the same length, just leaving a bit of a border on the side. That's an old punch. I hope they don't take that punch away. And then I'm going to take a couple dimensionals and put it on the and I think I'm going to just put that one up here. And I'm not sure what to put on it for an embellishment. Just not sure. I need something. And everything is buried here. And I can't quite remember. I think the rhinestones worked on that. The other one, so no, I don't want to put rhinestones. Oh. What do you think we should put on there? I don't even have my book in here to see what's what would go with this. Yeah, I don't even have a book. A catalog, I meant. When I say book, I meant catalog. I don't. I can't believe it. I take them out in the kitchen and I'm looking through them and just trying to think. What'll I put on here? Hi, Melissa. I'll just check. Has anybody else joined us, or? Well, it's just a couple of us tonight. I think maybe we'll use some pearls. Some basic pearls. That should look pretty. All right. Now that I've made up my mind, I'm just going to take some little ones, and to me that would be the middle of the flower right there. Well, I don't know where that one went. Oh, right up here. Right there. And I'm going to just put one there. And that's that card. So that's first card. Now, our second card, I'm just going to put these away because if I don't, I'll lose the bag, or I'll lose them all together. Move the card up. The card is up. Right there. You can see that, can you not, Sharon? Okay. Have you seen it? And that was the little pearls I put on. And I'm going to go on to the next card. So we'll just put this to the side. Okay. So the next one is, I know what I was going to do. I was just going to add this piece to the inside. As a little bit of just interest. There, just a little bit along the bottom. Just makes it look a little bit better. Okay, so now we're going to go to this card. And this is the Petal Park. And I I embossed the envelope with this with the cane folder. I don't know if you can see that. So again, we have the 8.5 by 5.5 cardstock scored at 4 1/4, and I did that in basic white. And I took a piece of crumb cake and I put it through the cane embossing folder, and I'm going to just glue this down. Get my glue back over here. Put the top on this one because it's and when I always use the glue with the embossing folder. I use glue most of the time rather than the tape. So we'll glue that and we will center it. And we'll give that a second to dry. Make sure you can see that. And then I thought I would just take a little piece of the paper from, what did I do with the paper? The paper is from the Regency Park, and it's quite colorful. Has a lot of different colors with it. Yes, I'm definitely going to switch back to my other camera stand. So there's a lot of different colors in here. Different stripes and yeah. So this is the first time I've used this one. I opened it today. Excuse me. Okay, so now I'm going to just take some glue and glue this down. I better make sure I get it in the corners. And I'm going to pretty much center it with just a little bit of border on the edge. And then this is double stamping, which I did before just to save some time. Oh, I want to put some ribbon on here. I want to put a piece of ribbon across here too. And I think I'll just use a mini glue dot to do that. And I'll just get another one out. You don't want to put glue because it would just seep through the ribbon. So I'm just going to put this like this across the center. Oh, mercy. Now what? I lost my glue dot. Well, I might have to cut that, because that did not work so good. So I get my scissors. And we'll try one more time. So, sometimes fingers are better than a tool. There. Now I will just set my ribbon across there and hope it sticks. There. And then I'm going to glue this down. And you see, paper has two sides. And I'm just trying to see, this was not the side I wanted. I wanted the other side to show. Not always easy to line them up. So just put that there. And then this stamp set comes with it came with a punch. So it's the 3 flowers and a leaf. So don't need the leaf, and this is from Petal Park. And I stamped my flowers in navy blue and balmy blue. Or night of navy and balmy blue. So I'm just going to put it in here and hope I did it the right way. So I can cut it out. If I can cut it out, if I have the strength in my hand for this. I've been doing a lot of work on the spring samplers, getting some ready for hopefully some people to sign up. Okay, now, well, I got a little bit of a leaf, which I didn't want. Okay, so I got 3 flowers out of that, and I'm just going to use my take your pick tool and just give that a little bit of dimension. Come on. Oh, I'm ahead of myself. Let me get that over there. Okay, I'm ahead of myself. Before I glue that down, I had cut a piece. Where did it go? Unless it's still in the envelope. Yep. I had cut one of these out, and that was from the Something Fancy dies, one of the dies. And I'm going to take this and my balmy blue, I stamped this in shaded spruce. The flowers are Nighted Navy and Balmy Blue. And I'm going to just grab a piece of scrap paper. And I'm going to take my... We're done with that. I'm just going to take this. And I just want to give it a little bit of color. So... You can't see, can you? So I'm just blending, using my blending brush to put some color on here. See what I did? I didn't want to do that. But we'll fix it so you can't see it. And I just go around the edges with that. We're done with that. We'll bring our card back in, and I'm just going to put that down right there. With my glue. And I'm just going to set it right in the center. And then I will take my flower with a little bit of glue, and that was definitely not a little bit of glue. And we'll just add that there. Of course, if you go to all this trouble to give them some dimension, and when you put it in the mail, it flattens out anyways, but it looks nice when you're demonstrating. So just another little bit of glue on this one. I'm just using the 2. And I'm going to put that one just right here. So you can't see my little boo-boo with the blending brush. And then I have another one of the stamps, and I'm out of my little head. I'm not quite sure which stamp set. Something fancy, I think. So I'm going to take my Nighted Navy, and I'm going to stamp a sentiment on here. And I'm just going to put thank you. And I hope I can do it without having to do it a couple times, and no rings, no halos. Perfect. I hope I didn't get it on me. Get my arm in the ink there. Okay. I'm going to close up my ink before I wear it. And I'm going to put that one on dimensionals. Whoop. If I can get it up. Oh. this. Take the tops off of those, and I'm just going to set that right there. And I am going to use some of the adhesive back Milky Dots that come with this collection. And I find these packages really hard to open sometimes. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of those dimensional backs, and I'm just going to put in the center, I'm going to put one of the blue ones. Okay, you have to get off. And then I'll put a little one just down here. That turned out quite pretty. And then on the inside, I think I'll just put a bit of glue on this strip of paper and put it across the bottom. Oh, can't even pick it up. Okay. And we'll just put that here. Right across the bottom. Ah. And right down the bottom. Get my eraser because I have a bit of glue. And there's that card. So, that's our cards for tonight. I don't know what you think of them. I'll bring them both back in. Tell me which one you like the best. I don't need that down there. So this is 1 and this is 2. Which card do you like best, Sharon? This one. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera back around. Yeah, I'm going to change my, I'm going to change this back around to my other stand. I like this that it's not in my way, but it makes it very hard to get it in the right direction. Two is a lot more work, believe it or not. As much as with that first one, I had to do a lot of, I went over it quite a few times in the cut and emboss machine, but I still had to do a lot of poking. But it is pretty. But the other one was actually more work. That's okay. That's what it's like. That's what it's like. And I enjoy it, so. And my craft room is such a disaster. You have no idea. So, Just a quick reminder that tomorrow was the deadline for RSVPing for the spring sampler, which I worked so hard on and hoped people would be really interested in joining. So I'm hoping by tomorrow, which is the deadline for to RSP, that I get somebody who, or get some people who are interested in doing this. And I will keep watch, and it's only $25, so I think that's more than fair. There's a lot of cutting and whatnot, a lot of work involved, and I did change a few things. I made some extra leaves for here, so they cover up the size of those eggs, because that's awful big eggs for that little tiny birdie. And I changed the paper for the under the umbrella. I did emboss a piece with raindrops on it, because I look at that piece of paper and it just looks crooked to me, and it's not, but that's the way the rain's coming down. So I did emboss a piece, and anyway, I'm hoping I get somebody. And I do have an announcement. I will not be here. I will not be doing a video on Monday night. I'm going in for a lung biopsy, and I'm sure it's going to be, well, I know for a fact it's going to be a long, drawn-out day, and we have to travel an hour and a half to 2 hours to get there, and then the amount of time I'm there, and they have said it could be 5 hours and possibly an x-ray, a lung x-ray, chest x-ray after, and then we have our hour and a half trip home. So I think I'm going to be too tired. If I'm not, I'll be here, I'll be on, but I would not count on it. But I will see you Thursday night for sure. And I will say good evening and thank you very much for coming. And if you catch the replay, I hope anybody who's watching or catches the replay pushes likes and shares. That really helps me. I'm trying to make this into a business for myself, and I'm feeling a little bit down about this because it doesn't seem to be going quite the way I wanted it to. So I don't know. I had picked Mondays and Thursday nights thinking that would be a good time, and before that I was just, doing it this night or that day, or just trying to find a time where I would get more people, and it didn't seem to matter. And for the first little while on Mondays and Thursdays, I was getting a lot of people. Now on Monday I had just Gail, and tonight I have Sharon. Thank you very much for coming. And I think Melissa was watching, but I know they were very busy tonight. So it was pretty much you and I, Sharon, tonight. And again, thank you very, very much. And I will say good evening and have a nice night, have a nice weekend. And I will see you next week. Bye for now.